The Pyro Traveler is stupid, and let me explain. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Trags here, back on a Genshin Impact video. Alright, so like I said in the beginning of this video, the Pyro Traveler is stupid. And what I mean when the Pyro Traveler is stupid, they're stupid in a good way, and they're stupid in a bad way. And if you guys are familiar with my channel, you guys will probably know I'm a Traveler main. And since I am a Traveler main, some of you guys are probably like, oh but Trags, how can you betray the Traveler and us Traveler mains by saying he's stupid?
No amount of therapy will ever make this moment okay.
What am I doing? I know you guys don't sound like that, but I don't know why I gave you guys that voice. I know that all you guys watching this video right now have amazing voices. Like Gomac was saying before, the Pyro Traveler being stupid in a good way. What I mean by that is that the Pyro Traveler is actually really good. If you compare the Pyro Traveler to actual 5-star characters, obviously they're gonna be mid, but mid for the Traveler compared to 5-star characters, it's actually really good. In terms of the Traveler standards, not only are they a really good support character, but they also be a really good DPS character as well. If you guys play Traveler as a DPS, or if you guys have watched videos of a DPS Pyro Traveler, you guys will see in those videos, the Traveler when they use their burst, that's a ridiculous amount of damage. Like obviously not as much as other 5-star characters, but for the Traveler standards, it's actually kind of insane. And that's what I mean when I say the Traveler is good in a stupid way. They are absolutely stupid when it comes to the kit. This is probably like one of the best Traveler elements we've gotten in a very long time. Dendro Traveler is really good in like a support way. They can also do a lot of damage as well, but they're not really that great in terms of DPS. Hydro Traveler, we don't really talk about him. Electro Traveler is even worse. I think Electro Traveler, in my opinion, is probably like the worst element out of all of them, at least for me anyway. That's my opinion. Like I said before, I'm a Traveler main, and I've been playing the Traveler for like 4 years. I think Genshin's been out for 4 years, right? I don't remember, but yeah, I've been playing for that long, and I don't even think I used Electro Traveler for more than like 30 minutes. Like in total time, I don't think I used them more for like 30 minutes. Granted, I barely ever used them, so I don't know how good they can be. One day I do want to build Electro Traveler and see how they function, but for now I'm like, yeah. But the last DPS element we really gotten for the Traveler is Geo. And Geo is actually really good. They can do a lot of damage as well. Like, you're not going to see really big numbers when it comes to Geo Traveler, because when they use their burst, it's kind of separated in multiple hits. Even so, like it still do a lot of damage. It's that the attacks add up to that big damage. Whereas the Pyro Traveler, their burst does one hit. You have to see like that really big damage number. But I'm not sure if the Pyro Traveler has the highest damage percentage when it comes to the Traveler's burst. I'm not sure if Geo Traveler's burst has better damage percentages than the Pyro Traveler. I have to check when I get my Pyro Traveler maxed out. In terms of Animal Traveler, they can't be a DPS character and also can't be a support character. But when it comes to like the DPS side of things, they don't really do that much damage. Like the burst isn't really that great, and the elemental skill doesn't really do that much damage. They're like the only DPS element we ever gotten prior to the Pyro Traveler was Geo, and now we finally got Pyro Traveler. And I'm so happy that they can be a DPS character, because I use the Traveler as the main DPS, and I'm like, finally we got another element where the Traveler can be a viable DPS. So yeah, I'm really happy with the Pyro Traveler. Obviously they can be better, but for the most part they're pretty good. Yeah, I'll show you guys later on this video how much damage my Pyro Traveler can do right now. But yeah, that's what I mean when I say the Pyro Traveler is stupid in a good way. But what I mean when the Traveler is stupid in a bad way is the constellations. The fact that the Pyro Traveler has 2 separate constellations, and the really good constellation is locked behind a story boss, whereas the regular constellations are kind of poop. It's kind of stupid in a bad way. Like, I don't know, it's kind of dumb. I said this before when the leaks dropped for the Pyro Traveler, that I didn't really like how they separated the 2 constellations together. It just shows that Holyverse know that the Traveler usually isn't really that great. So they kind of made good constellations for like one boss. That way the Traveler can look nice for like a story battle, and then in general they're kind of like poop. And I'm like, that's so stupid. We've been waiting for a really good Traveler kit for so long, and the fact that they know, but they lock it to one boss, it's kind of like a slap in the face, you know? Man, like, they know too, like, they know that the Traveler is not really that great, and they still do this. But yeah, the Pyro Traveler's constellation is really that bad. Like, it's not horrible. But yeah, seeing the grass on the other side, it's definitely greener than the grass we're standing on right now on our side. And whenever I go to the constellation screen and I see the constellations, I'm just like, man, what could have been, right? It's literally right over there within my grasp, like the good constellations, and I can't reach it. And that's what stinks, man. It's like they're dangling like a carrot in front of us. I think what they should have done when it comes to the Pyro Traveler's constellation, like the good ones for like that one boss, they should have gave us a nerf version for like general use. Say whatever the good constellations are, just give us like a nerf version, like a slightly worse, or heck, I even take a significantly worse version of the constellation. So like, let me go to the Pyro Traveler's constellation real quick. So right here on top, you guys can see the really good constellation, and the bottom is the constellation that the Traveler has normally. So right here, when it comes to this constellation, they could have taken the percentages. Like right here it says like 40% attack increase and they take 40% less damage. They could have done something like 10% attack increase and maybe like 5% less damage, you know, something like that. They didn't really have to lock it towards one boss. They could just give us a nerf version, you know? For example, this one, power resistance decreased by 20%. This could have been like 5%, you know, I'll take 5%. As for other constellations, I haven't really unlocked actual constellation for it. I still have only the boss constellation. And for like C3, the 40% pyro damage bonus could have been like, I don't know, 5. You know, I'll take something like that and so on and so forth, you know? I'm not gonna go through every single one of them. So yeah, that's what I mean when the Pyro Traveler is stupid in a bad way. Like, the constellation being locked towards one boss is so stupid. Like, this is basically the duality of the Pyro Traveler. They're really good. They could be a really good support character or a really good DPS character. But on the flip side, they're stupid in a bad way because one of the biggest part of the kit, the constellations, the good constellations are locked toward one boss, whereas the actual regular constellations are not really that great, and that kind of stinks. You know, like, that's stupid. Yeah, I guess you can't really have the Traveler being really good without something bad holding them back. Being a Traveler main for 4 years, this has been the best treatment the Traveler's ever gotten since Geo. So you know what? I'll take it. But I've been playing the Pyro Traveler a lot recently, and what I mean a lot is that I've only playing it for like 10 days. The update's only been around for like 10 days. It's actually kind of crazy when you think about it. Like 5.3 came out 10 days ago, or I guess not 10 days ago, more like 11 days ago, because it came out on the 31st and I'm recording this on the 11th. But yeah, it kind of felt like it came out ages ago, you know, like it just felt like it's so long ago, even though it's only been 10 days. Yeah, I've been playing them for like 10 days, and so far I'm really liking them a lot. I've been playing them as a support as well as a DPS, and either way, I'm having a lot of fun with them. But yeah, my Traveler at the DPS, that's a pretty decent amount of damage. It's actually really awesome to see because my Traveler isn't really maxed out yet. My constellation, I'm only at C2. Not to mention my talents aren't even fully maxed out yet. I have like a level 7 burst and a level 6 skill. So the fact that my Traveler is doing really well and they're not even maxed out yet, that's actually kind of crazy. It makes me wonder how much better they're gonna be once like they're fully maxed out. So yeah, I'm super excited. So you guys are wondering what my stats are. This is my stats right over here. So I have about 2,100 attack. So not really that great, but hopefully one day I can like increase that. But when it comes to my crit damage, I'm at 65%. But yeah, at 65%, actually good enough for me. Because I'm running that one artifact. It's called Obsidian Codex. And this artifact at 4 piece, if the Traveler's in the Night Soul state, I get 40% crit rate. So it adds 40% crit rate to my existing crit rate. So once I'm in the Night Soul state, I'm at 105% crit rate. So I will always be critting when I'm in the Night Soul state, which is actually kind of insane. I still want to keep the 100% crit rate, but I want to lower it by like 5% to like an even 100. Even though I don't really have to have a 100% crit rate, I wouldn't really suggest you guys have a really high crit rate for the Pyro Traveler if you guys are playing them as a support. But if you guys are playing them as a DPS, I feel like the higher the crit rate you can get, the better. And that's because the Traveler's Elemental Burst only does 1 hit, so you really only have 1 chance to do a lot of damage, and it would really stink if you use your burst and it didn't crit. So that's why I think having a high crit rate for the Pyro Traveler, if you're playing with a DPS, is really important. It's kind of like if you guys play Navia. Navia's skill, it does like 1 hit, and that's like the main bulk of her damage. And if you don't crit, it like really sucks. That's the same thing with the Pyro Traveler. If you don't crit with their burst, it sucks. Yeah, that's why I feel like you should have a high crit rate for Pyro Traveler. You guys are playing it at DPS. I don't really suggest you guys go for 100% crit rate though. And this is what I like because I just like being the crit every time. So I just think it's kind of cool to do that. Ideally, I would say maybe around like 70%, 80, 90 would be great with the Obsidian Codex, if you guys have that. I feel like it's only achievable with the Obsidian Codex, which means that you should have like a 30%, 40%, 50% standard crit rate or general crit rate. And once you have that much crit rate, you want to start building a crit damage. I think it's something I'll do in the future. I'll probably lower my crit rate a little bit to increase my crit damage. It's just that right now, this is the only good artifact I really have. So yeah, this is what I'm running with. If I were to play the Pyro Traveler optimally, I'll probably have them around like 70%, 80% crit rate, and then have like 250 crit damage. And I mean that with the Obsidian Codex. I don't mean that as like a general crit rate. Or if I can't keep the 100% crit rate, I'll probably try to aim for like 220 crit damage, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. Like, it really depends on my luck when it comes to getting artifacts. But ideally, it's probably not gonna happen. Yeah, like, I'll probably have to sacrifice some crit rate just to get some more crit damage. So, yeah, but this is the artifacts I'm running. So, this is my sands. This is my feather. This is my flower. And this is my goblet. And this is my circlet. So, it is what I'm running. Nothing too crazy. Like, it definitely can be better, but for now, it's just what I have. And in terms of my weapon, I'm running the Primordial J Cutter. But yeah, one day I might switch this weapon with like Myth Splitter or like one of the crit damage swords. And I'll probably use a crit rate circlet. I don't know. I'll have to see what I have in the future, but I'm thinking about going for the Myth Splitter or any other crit damage swords because I feel like I can make a better build with the Pyro Traveler with those swords, but I don't know. I still have to see. I'm still thinking about it. I'm running the Primordial J Cutter right now, and it still holds up pretty well, so yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm not really sure what other good swords there is for the Pyro Traveler. I guess it really depends on what you play as, right? You guys need the Favonia sword or like a sacrificial sword. If you guys playing the Pyro Traveler as a support, or Festering Desires, that's a pretty good one as well. Or if you guys playing the Pyro Traveler as DPS, you guys have like a Battle Pass sword, those are pretty good as well. Get this amount of crit rate. But yeah, I plan on making a Pyro Traveler guide video in the future once I fully max out with Traveler. I also learn a little bit more of how the Pyro Traveler plays. I want to give you guys the most information possible and like the most accurate information possible. So right now this video, I'm kind of just giving you guys like my raw thoughts and initial thoughts on the Pyro Traveler from what I've played so far. This is the team I'm currently running right now. I'm running Mavuika, I'm running Shilonin, and I'm running Sitlali. I'm running Mavuika because having played the 5.3 Archon quest, I can't separate the two power couples, so I gotta keep these two together. And also, Mavuika is a pretty good support character. Her off-fielding is actually pretty decent. So yeah, it didn't really hurt to have her on my team. But at the same time, I definitely could run someone better. If I really want to max out the Pyro Traveler's damage, I will run a different character. Yeah, I'm just running Mavuika because I really like Mavuika. I like using her. She's one of my favorite characters. And I feel like it's the whole point of Genshin Impact to play with your favorite characters. At least that's how I play anyway. Like, that's like my philosophy. I don't really play for the meta. I kind of just play using characters I really like. If I wasn't gonna run her, I'd probably go in a Bennett because that way I get some more buffs. But not only that, but also helps building up my Pyro Traveler's burst because he does give like pyro particles, so that will help a lot. I also do benefit from the Elemental Resonance as well, and it gives 25% increased attack. That I did not know, but actually kind of cool. I would definitely run a Bennett if you guys are running an optimal team for the Pyro Traveler. And I'm running Shilonin because she's my debuffer. It basically can decrease the elements of resistance for like certain elements by like 30% or something like that. I don't exactly remember what her kit was, but for the most part, she's basically there for debuffing. And as for Sitlali, she is basically my reaction partner, I guess. That way I can like create the melt reaction. Not to mention she also is my buffer as well. I'm running one weapon on her. Abbreviated is like TTDS. I don't know what it's called. 1000 something dragon. It's basically like a 3-star catalyst, and how it works is basically if I have Sitlali as the on-field character and then switch her out to another character, she basically grants like 40% attack increase to the next on-field character, and only for them. So yeah, like I have to make sure Sitlali is like the last character on my rotation. But Sitlali is here basically for the melt reaction and the buffing, and also for Shilonin. You don't really have to run her as your only debuffer. You can run someone like Kazuha as shredding, but that one animal artifact like the Viridian something. Viridian, whatever. Or honestly, you can run any other animal character as your debuffer, as long as you guys have the Viridis,
Okay, don't hurt yourself.
or an animal artifact, whatever it's called. But if you guys have Shilonin, I'll run her because not only does she debuff, but she also can heal as well. Whereas Kazuha can't do that, so yeah, and this team can't really heal. That's why I really need Shilonin. Also, Sitlali gives a shield. Definitely really helpful as well. But in general, when it comes to team building in Genshin, basically when I have like one DPS and one sub DPS, or if you guys don't want to run a sub DPS, I'll put a buffer here. And then you want to have like a debuffer. And then the last character is like the reaction partner, I guess. I feel like generally how you want to build a team in Genshin. But what do I know, right? Like, I'm not really that smart when it comes to Genshin, but this is the team I run, so yeah. Anyways, get right into it. Let me show you guys my Pyro Travelers. So let's go fight, let's see, this flower boss, because that way I don't have to worry too much about like the reaction, because I'll always have the melt reaction here. And also while I'm at it, let me, eat some food, like the attack buffs. I actually never really do this. I totally forgot about food in this game. I forgot like it gives like stat boosts and stuff. I really only use food in like year 1 of Genshin. I never really used the attack foods ever, so I have a whole bunch like stored up. I think I'll eat this one. This one gives like 300 attack and like 12% crit rate, which I don't really need that, but there's still another one as well I kind of want to eat. I'm not sure if these stack or not, but there is a crit damage right over here. So I kind of want to eat this one too. Let's see what happens. So yeah, let's go eat this one. And let's see. Yeah, this one. This one gives the crit damage. So let's do this one. Okay, so I'm not sure this works. Okay, I think I can only run one at a time. I think. Let me check. Yes, so I have more crit damage. My attack stays the same. I don't know which one will do better when it comes to damage. I guess I'll run this one for now and see how it works. But also, that's another thing too, right? Like, you don't really need to have high crit rate because you just eat food and get the crit rate up. So, yeah, I totally forgot about that. Like, you don't really need to have a super amount of crit rate. Alright, so I guess I'm gonna run Wika to break its thing. Alright, so the rotation, I'm trying to think, is gonna be Shilonin. And then I'm gonna run this Lolly. I don't really need to do this, but that, yeah, 124,000. That's crazy, dude. Yeah, that just showed you how stupidly good the Pyro Traveler is. And the thing is, my Pyro Traveler isn't really fully maxed out too, and the build can be better. And I still did that much damage. And also, I'm not really that smart when it comes to Genshin. I'm pretty sure there's probably other characters and techniques I can use to make them stronger. But yeah, if I run Bennett, I definitely would have done a lot more damage there. Also, I didn't really run Sitlali here, but this boss already cryos. I'll still be doing the melt reaction regardless. I could have swapped them with Wika and Sitlali for some other characters and do even more damage. It's kind of insane. And also, if I ate the other food, I could have done a lot more damage there as well. But I guess let me finish this boss off. I don't know why I was like talking around, just walking like that. But what's cool about this team is that I can run a Wika or the Pyro Traveler as, oh man, I was gonna do my burst one time. I don't know, whatever. Also, didn't Genshin have this new update where it's automatically respawn? I guess you have to accept this first in order for the respawn. But what's cool about running Wika with the Pyro Traveler is that I can swap between which one I want to play as. If I want to play as the Pyro Traveler, I can use him as a DPS, or I can swap into Wika and still do the same thing. But Wika does a stupid amount of damage. It's crazy. Oh my god. And also, I just noticed like the Pyro Traveler and Wika's, like, their kits are kind of similar. Like Wika, most of her damage comes from her burst, which is the same thing with the Traveler. Like, most of the damage comes from their burst. And also, you can play both of them off field. But also, another thing I want to mention is that when it comes to playing the Pyro Traveler, what I learned is that if you want to play the Pyro Traveler as like a support character and you want them to infuse the enemies with Pyro, I would use the tap skill instead of the hold skill, because the tap skill is able to hit the enemy one more time than the hold skill. So like when I use the tap skill, I can hit an enemy 3 times, whereas when I use the hold skill, I hit it only like 2 times. And that's like standard skill usage, like without any recovery of the Night Soul points. Yeah, let me show you guys really quick. So if I go to an enemy, let's fight some random enemy. You could fight. Let's go over here. Hey, let me show you guys what I mean, because it's probably a lot easier to see it and say it. Right here, if I use the tap skill, hit 1, 2, 3 times right there. And if I use the hold skill, it only hits like twice. Even the hold skill does a lot more damage, it does like less hits. So yeah, if I'm running the Pyro Traveler as a support, I would definitely use the tap skill instead of the hold skill. But if I'm playing the Traveler as like a DPS character, I will use the hold skill instead of the tap skill. Okay, let me show you guys another time. That's 1. I only hit once. Maybe it hit twice, I don't know. But yeah, I'm getting like beat up right here. I'm kind of curious to see how much damage I can do to the weekly boss, because here I will have all the benefits of the good constellation. So I'm just curious to see, why am I healing the Wika? I can't heal myself. What? Am I tripping? I can't heal myself. Am I tripping? I have no idea. Well, whatever. Alright, so let's fight the weekly boss really quick. I'm not gonna actually beat it. I'm just gonna see how much damage it can do. So I'm gonna use her burst. Gonna do that. Lolly. Yeah, 100k. That's without food. So yeah, that's actually a decent amount of damage. I'm not fully maxed out or anything like that. And not to mention, this boss actually has a lot more defense than the flower. So yeah, 100k, it's pretty good for where I'm at right now. And once I max out the Pyro Traveler and stuff like that, I'll definitely do a lot more damage. Yeah, like the Pyro Traveler is stupid good and also stupid bad. But definitely let me know what you guys think about the Pyro Traveler so far. Leave a comment down below what your thoughts are on them. So far, I'm really enjoying them a lot. And also, if you're interested in my future Pyro Traveler guide, definitely hit the subscribe button as well, because I plan on doing that soon. I can't really say soon because I don't really know when I'll max them out, but eventually. But anyways, comment on this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope this video helped you guys out in some way, shape, or form. I know that my tips on the Pyro Traveler probably not really that great, but I was only planning for this to be like a guide video, so yeah, I didn't really prepare anything. But yeah, I just want to give my general, initial, and raw thoughts on the Pyro Traveler so far, and also why I think it's stupid. So yeah, it's kind of what I did. But I definitely have a more detailed video in the future about the Pyro Traveler, as well as the other elements. I kind of do some more guide videos on the Traveler themselves. Yeah, I just kind of give my thoughts on what I think about the Traveler, like other elements and stuff like that. But basically, I am like the Traveler guy on YouTube, so yeah, there's probably not many of us out there. I'm probably like only like one of the two on YouTube. If you guys ever need any tips on the Traveler and like how to play them and stuff like that, definitely leave a comment down below and I'll try to help you guys out. But anyways, like I said before, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want Genshin Impact videos, definitely hit the like and subscribe button, especially you guys into like Traveler videos and like guide videos or like meme videos or like discussion videos, rant videos, stuff like that. Anything Genshin related, those type of content I do. But anyways, comment on this video if you guys enjoyed. And yeah, I definitely look forward to my future guide on the Pyro Traveler. Yeah, anyways, comment on this video if you guys enjoyed. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.